Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss Chapter 3 Supplementary Reader Ranga'S Marriage. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the author, introduction of the chapter, characters told, detailed summary, then short answer type questions and long answer type questions given as an assignment. The writer of the story is Masti Venkatesh Iyengar, a very well-known writer of Kannada. He is a recipient of Gyan Peeth Award by the Government of India. Here is a list of main characters of the story. Number one is Shyama. He is the narrator and he lives in Hoshahalli village. Next is Ranga. He is the son of village accountant who is the most educated boy in this village. Ratna, a girl of 11, she is Rama Rao's niece and is the wife of Ranga. Shastriji, a village astrologer. This story is set in a small village named Hoshahalli in Mysore. First of all, the writer tells us many significant points about his village. He says that Hoshahalli is the best village in the world. Then he says that there's a special variety of mangoes. One may catch cough and cold after eating these mangoes, but the taste is heavenly. He says that there's a special creeper in the village pond and its leaves are good for using as a plate to serve food. Next, the writer tells boastfully that there is a doctor available in Hoshahalli village who has traveled all around the country and preferred to live in this village forever. After this, the writer comes down to the main character of the story, that is Ranga, who has returned his village after seeking higher education from a large city. The whole community has reached to see Ranga, how he looks like, if his dressing sense and mannerism has changed after living so long in a large city. But to their disappointment, Ranga is the same simple, polite, and courteous boy, and he welcomes everyone with folded hands in the posture of Namaskar. Ranga attended the writer very respectfully, and the writer was deeply touched by his humility. He decided to find a very good match for the most eligible bachelor of the village, who have who has received education from an English college in Mysore. Then the writer narrates that at that time, people did not know much about English language as that of today. He mentions one incident when an old lady who used to drop firewood at people's house, she did the same thing and the owner said that he doesn't have change. The lady was unable to understand the meaning of change, and when she left the house she was muttering something, and the owner of the house was unable to understand why the lady is feeling so irritated. Next day, Ranga goes to visit writer and the writer expresses his desire to find a bride for Ranga. Ranga answers that he will get married to a girl who will be intelligent, mature and mentally compatible. And presently he is not interested in getting married at all. The writer felt disappointed first, then he makes a very clever plan to get Ranga married to the girl of his choice. Her name was Ratna. She was Rama Rao's niece. The girl was 11 years old and was an orphan. She was very beautiful, wise girl. As per his plan, he sends Ranga to Rama Rao's house to deliver a jug of buttermilk. When Ranga reaches over there, Ratna was singing in the front room of the house. But on seeing some stranger, she runs and never comes back to that place. Ranga liked the melodious voice and he wanted to see the singer. He asked Shyama who was the girl. Shyama answered that she is already married and Ranga is not interested in getting married, so there is no point to discuss that. Ranga felt slightly disappointed as he was interested in knowing that who that girl was. Next day, when Ranga was in his normal self as usual, the writer insisted that he was looking lost and disappointed, so he should visit Shastri, who will tell him the reason of his sadness by reading his books of astrology. Ranga was reluctant, but out of courtesy, he went along with the Shyama. Shastri said that Ranga is thinking about something which is found in the ocean, so it was found by those people that Ranga was thinking about Ratna. This is how the writer manipulated Ranga to think about Ratna. When they were returning from Shastri's house, the writer disclosed that Ratna was unmarried. He once again suggested Ranga to get married as she was the best girl available in the village to get Ranga married. Ranga also gives his consent, and this is how Ranga gets married to Ratna. The writer feels very happy that he has become successful in getting Ranga married with the help of his clever plan, which he has executed with the help of Shastri. So this is how Ranga gets married to Ratna. Now, when the writer is telling a story, Ranga is married to Ratna 10 years back. He has a son who is named after author. Author's name is Shyama, and it is the tradition of the English people to name their children after the person whom they admire. The writer is invited at Ranga's house and he presents a gold ring to Ranga's son Shama. He finds that Ratna is again in a family way. This is how the story ends on a very happy note. Here is a list of learning outcomes of the story. Number one, we come to know how to develop a story using a conversational tone, which is used throughout the story by the writer. We understand the cultural and social practices of the time in that part of the country. Next, influence of English in Kannada region in those days. Values and significance of caste system in Indian society. Child bride was not seen as something social evil or a problem. Marriage as a very strong institution of the society, mutual affection and feeling of concern for others, role and influence of education on people's mind and life, how astrology is used as a tool to exploit the feelings of innocent people. Now, in the next slides, I have given home assignments. There are MCQ questions, then there's a list of long answer type questions, and another assignment is also given to you. See the type of question, and you are supposed to prepare 10 questions in the same manner. Thank you.